Live now. Welcome, Abby. Obviously, we're all pretty shocked by what you did, and possibly even more shocked by Liz Wall, who actually quit on air today. Were you tempted to do what Liz Wall did, and what is your reaction to her decision to actually resign?
I support Liz with whatever decision she wants to make. But for me, I knew going into that I could put my job on the line, considering how the corporate media has fired multiple anchors for simply speaking out against the Iraq war. So I did know that, going against the editorial line of my network, I could put my job on the line. And fortunately, that hasn't happened yet.
What kind of pressure have you come under internally, if any, from management to perhaps rein back your position or to take other kind of action? Or have they warned you about your conduct?
Surprisingly, Piers, after I made that statement, it goes in line with everything I've been saying for the past couple of years. I'm staunchly anti-military interventionist, and so on the network, I towed that same line. I stayed true to my beliefs and my moral compass, and management was supportive. I talked to my boss today. He said, "We support you," and I told him, I said, if I disagree with something that Russia is doing, I will continue to speak out. And they give me the complete editorial freedom to do whatever I want on my show, Breaking the Set, and all I can really speak for is what I do on my show.
Are you concerned about other parts of the programming on RT America? Do you believe that although your show may have that kind of independence of voice, that a lot of the other programming doesn't and has drifted in the last week into blatant propaganda?
Piers, no different than every other corporate media station. We're talking about 6 corporations that control 90% of what Americans see, hear, and read. The lead up to the Iraq war, parroting exactly what the establishment said. You could reflect the exact same criticism on all the corporate media channels. So, I can only speak for my show. I stay true to my moral compass, but RT toes a perspective of the Russian foreign policy, just as the entire corporate media apparatus toes the perspective of the U.S. establishment.
What is your specific criticism about the way RT America has covered this crisis?
I just saw the way that the entire media apparatus was covering it. RT was covering it in a different way that I didn't agree with, and then I saw the corporate media coverage almost wanting to revive the Cold War. I felt like people were egging on Obama to attack militarily. It's insane living in a time where we have corporate media actually supporting military intervention and action against Russia. This is no joke here. We got to really take a step back and think about how we can do things peacefully and diplomatically and not continue to warmonger and fearmonger the American people about what's going on.
And tell me this, you, in the clip we played at the start, when you made your dramatic statement, you conceded you weren't an expert in what is going on in Ukraine, or indeed in Ukraine itself. I presume now you've probably come up to speed pretty quickly, given all the attention that you've had. What do you think, with all your experience of broadcasting on RT America, is the correct way for this crisis to be resolved?
I hope it resolves diplomatically, Piers. You can imagine the last couple of days have been pretty hectic. I haven't really been able to keep up with the day-to-day, but I just hope for a peaceful outcome with no more military aggression. I hope the military aggression scaled back, and I hope we can see a peaceful outcome. But I think that the real question that should be asked is, why do I have to work for RT to tell the truth about corporations and the U.S. government? Seriously, you guys are beholden to advertisers that you cannot criticize, and that's why I work for a station that I can criticize.
Well, hang on a sec. I'm free to say what the hell I like.
Sure.
No one's ever told me I can't criticize advertisers or corporate entities. That conversation has never happened in the 3 years I've been on air at CNN. Fair
enough, Piers, but I think a lot of people deal with self-censorship all across the media spectrum.
Well, I certainly don't. That's probably one of my problems. Anyway, Abby Martin, good to talk to you. I want to read a statement, this is to CNN from RT about your particular situation, saying RT journalists and hosts are free to express their own opinions, which is what Abby Martin did in her programme Breaking the Set on Monday. She's not been reprimanded for doing so, something that she herself confirmed in her programme the following evening. Abby, thank you very much indeed. I want to turn on to Liz Wall, who had a job as a news reporter with Russia.